This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.
Yes, Unity Radio Online, you're kicking it with your boy Drifty on the Drifty Show. It is that time, 1 o'clock, Your Music Matters campaign. You know the Drift people, you know the Drift siblings, and we have singer, songwriter, amazing Greyce. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm alright, you know, as I like to say, I'm often hungry at this time, and you know how it goes. How did you find getting there? A lot of people find it a bit difficult.
It was alright. I decided to actually walk from 7 seasons, which was long. But
It's worth it, right?
yeah, I feel like I had my exercise for the day.
Yeah. So, tell me about it. I mean, you've been writing music since the age of 7, right?
No, 17.
17, but you started your musical journey at the age of 7.
Technically, yeah. I've always had music around me.
Yeah.
I started off on actual instruments, so I played the flute from 7. And then I started playing piano, went on piano. So it was only when I got to around 17 that I started thinking about actually singing.
Yeah.
And I started writing there, and I was a bedroom singer. But it was encouragement from my family that made me think, oh, I can actually sing, let me try singing. And then through there, kind of birth.
So you was a very musical child.
Yeah.
And it's good that you actually said your family was the one that kind of encouraged you to
Yeah.
get involved in the music industry.
Yeah.
So at the age of, like, help me to understand, because I want to understand, like, as a little girl, did you always vision yourself to be doing what you're doing currently?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
So I think at one point I wanted to be a doctor. But then I realised that I'm kind of scared to run that sort of stuff.
It's not that party.
But no, I never thought that music would be such an important thing in my life. I never
What does music mean to you?
That's a hard question. What does music mean to you? If you listen to my music, you'll see that all the music I write is literally from the soul. So I think that music to me is a way to release and a way to
Definitely.
like journey.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely. I mean, so what is the concept? So what sort of inspiration do you feel when you write a song? Especially if you're talking from the heart and
Yeah.
the experiences you go through, like.
When it comes to actually writing my song, it's literally whatever I'm feeling. That's
Yeah.
what births the song. I listen to Asa, Leanna, people like that. They inspire me when it comes to the music side. But when it comes to the actual lyrics, that's all from what I see happening in the world, what I can feel happening in my heart and stuff like that. So, yeah.
No, definitely, man. Because I mean, one thing as an artist, when an artist talks from the heart or talks
Yeah.
about the experiences you go through or what you see in life, people have no choice but to take you in. I'm sorry, like siblings, you have to take real artists in. Because I mean, there is a lot of artists out there that is, as I like to say, artificial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are your views on those sort of artists? Because I mean, yeah, like the industry is very small as it is already, and you know when you're with a crowd where they're at a level where I wouldn't say they shouldn't be there, but it's like my music tells the truth, your music
Yeah.
is a lie. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. My opinion.
Yeah.
I think in general music is music. There's no, so mine is a certain way and others is a certain way. I
Yeah.
don't think there's a wrong or right to music.
Definitely.
In a way, even if it's artificial, it's still you producing what you want to share with
You can't look at it like that. You can't look at it like that.
How do you look at it?
Well, me personally, I just feel like as an artist, okay, fair enough if you can't songwrite or anything like that, but add you to your music. Don't be a puppet. Don't be made up as an artist to just be put to the world. That's how I look at it. So that's just my view as an artist, you know. So talking about your music so far, how would you describe your sound for people who haven't followed you and are going to follow you from this day on?
I'd call it soul.
Yeah.
When I say soul, that I'm thinking about more lyrically soul. But if you hear, there's some songs I haven't released yet, and it's not really genre specific. So like there's some songs I've written that are kind of rocky. There's some songs that I've written are like ballads and and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'd say soul lyrically.
Wow. Versatile soul.
Yeah.
So I mean, I actually had the privilege to watch you perform at Hype HQ. I'm not sure I was in the back somewhere, but I watched you. Congratulations. I mean, you know what? And I'm not just saying this because you're sitting here. It's a thing where when a singer can get up on stage and their voice just captivates you, you're one of them. I mean, literally. I mean, you've been up and down the UK, right?
Yeah.
How's your performances and stuff going?
To be honest, I had a long break since last year.
Yeah.
And Hype HQ was actually the first performance.
Oh, to bring you back out. And,
yeah. And I thought that was a great experience. It was the best place and time to do it.
Definitely.
Before that, I've been performing up and down. I think the biggest crowd last year would have been Open Academy. I played there twice.
Wow, how was that?
It was good. It was the first time I think was better than the second time.
Yeah.
The second time I was with all rock artists.
Yeah,
and my music is a bit.
But then again, you stand out. Then you're unique, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's like when you're put to be with someone who's completely different. Sometimes it does feel hard.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
that extra push that you need.
Definitely. How do you prepare for something like that? Like, as an artist, what is your remedy? What do you pray before you perform? Do you take a shot before you? Do you light some candles? What's your remedy before you get on stage?
Yeah, I pray. And also when it's with my band or whoever I'm playing with, we always make sure that we spend that time laughing as well.
Yeah.
When I'm nervous, it's just so bad. So we try and we basically make ourselves feel as silly as we can, so that we're not really too fussed about what happens when we're on stage.
Yeah.
Because if you're spending all that time before your performance thinking about, oh no, what if this happens, what if that happens, then
something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's like you attract it, right? Have you ever had an embarrassing moment on stage as an artist? I want to know how do you handle it?
Just carry on.
Yeah.
One of my first performances, I kind of started in the key, but because it was my own song, I was the only one who noticed, and I was the only one who was able, I managed to just slide back into the right key.
Yeah.
But what I did is I stayed in the wrong key for about 2 bars and then went to the right key. So it sounded like I was doing the ad-lib or something.
No one noticed,
yeah. But that was very embarrassing for me.
But then again, so would you say you're not a perfectionist, but your own work, your own craft, so you know what mistake you made? Or would you say you're hard on yourself with stuff like that?
Yeah, everyone would say I'm quite hard on myself. But I don't see it myself. I see myself as I'm critical but in the right way, because I see where I can improve and do that. But everyone else would be like, Greyce, you're too hard on yourself, you did it right,
But I mean, I think it's an artist thing.
Yeah,
I think it's an artist thing. Like, you look back at your work and you think, even though other people would say it was great, it was marvelous. But no, for real though. So talking about collaborations and stuff like that, are you open to collaborating with other artists, other genres of music, or you just focused on building yourself right now?
Definitely open to collaborations. I had been collaborating with a rap artist, gospel rap artist, and he working on 2 tracks. He's based in New York, so it's been like an online part and parcel thing.
Yeah, how's that for you?
It's really good. It's the hard bit is the time frame.
Yeah, the time difference, right?
Yeah, time difference.
When they're up, we're sleeping. When we're sleeping, they're up.
Yeah, so he's more creative at the time where I'm like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah,
So vice versa. But yeah, that's good. I'm also working with some new musicians, they're helping me to produce newer sounds, to reconstruct some of the written work I've done, which will help me to release this year.
But before we even get into all of that, we need to get into your single that is released when?
It's already released.
It's out now, right?
Yeah, it was released in July last year.
Yeah.
And it's called Dare to Dream.
Dare to Dream. I'm gonna let you introduce that again for the fans listening right now. Please take it away.
Okay. My song that I released last year in July, Dare to Dream.
Greyce. Greyce. The camera's about to see me chuckle up right now, like. Wow.
Sorry for making you cry.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Tell us about that track.
This track was a collaboration between me and my partner in crime / pianist Nathaniel. And how this happened, he was listening to Leanna Havas because at that time he hadn't heard of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, you haven't heard of Leanna Havas? And I was like trying to get him into her music. And then after him listening to Lost and Found, he was like, I want to do a song like this with you. I was like, okay. And then the next day he had written like a piano bit and I was like, okay, what do you want me to do with it? And it's like, anything.
Yeah.
And then I tried it and then words came out and that's literally how it happened.
And a beast came out. No, like, I mean the whole studio right now, if you listen to the song, the whole studio was quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Yeah. Female John Legend. How about that? How about that? You know what? No. I'm lost for words. I'm actually lost for words. You've humbled me. Alright, let's continue with the interview. So, what can we expect from you after this? Like, where can we go to? What can we expect from this year out of Greyce?
This year, I'm doing quite a lot of visuals. So there's going to be
videos.
Yeah, videos. A lot of acoustic sessions that will be coming out from next month onwards, and it's a series of just a handful of acoustic sessions.
Yeah.
I'm also working on my music video for Can't I Just, which is one of my singles from an EP that was released a while ago. To find me, you can, if you're listening, and if you're interested in finding me,
they are listening and they are interested. Go ahead.
You can look me up on Greyce Music, but I spell my name different. It's Greyce. So Greyce Music.
Greyce.
Yeah.
Remember the spelling, right? So, where do you see yourself in like 5 years' time as an artist? I know, like, do you look into the future and think, maybe I want to be there, maybe I want to be... What sort of vision can you expect from yourself?
That's a very tough question. I don't know. I'll just see where I go, basically.
You know, sometimes just go with the flow.
Yeah,
you never know. And is there any advice you could give up to other singers and songwriters upcoming in the game, and what sort of things they could look out for, or what they should do?
Just like the song said, don't give up. Like, keep pushing, because some doors are closed. If you keep knocking, you'll find a door that's open.
Definitely.
And also, I personally wouldn't go for gigs where you have to sell your own tickets. So try to stay clear of that. Yeah.
Definitely. Right, there we have it. But before we let you go, Greyce, we like to play this game called In 60 with Drifty. Are you down for that?
Yeah.
You've got 60 seconds to answer each 5-round question, right? So the first question would be, when did you have your last nightmare, if you had one?
This morning.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what? Let's add on an extra 60. What was this nightmare that you had this morning?
It was literally so scattered. One moment I was with my auntie.
Yeah.
The next, I was in a car. And then the next, someone had a gun. So it's very scattered.
Wow. And you woke up and then you came here.
Yeah.
Right. Name 3 artists you can't live without hearing.
Yeah. Asa, Leanna Havas, and Jill Scott.
Right. There we go. And who would you say is your best inspiration? It could be artists, it could be your family member, anyone.
My mommy.
Keep it close to home. What was your last text about?
The directions to get here, you know.
That's a good answer. What would be your favourite food dish you like to eat?
Curry with rice and peas.
You know, let me give you a fact.
Yeah.
Where you from? Jamaica. And another one. And the last one would be, if you only had one last word to say, what word would that be? Yeah, keep it supported. Bye. Ta-da. Farewell. Good day. Right, Greyce, thank you so much for coming on the Drifty Show. You know where we are. You know what? I personally am going to be with you throughout your whole journey because you know what I heard and what I'm going to hear and what I'm going to see is this is a phenomenal singer sat before my eyes right now, siblings out there. So you do need to go follow her. Once again, let them know your Facebook, your Insta, your Twitter, your SoundCloud, your everything.
Yeah, you can find me under everything under Greyce Music. That's Greyce Music.
Thank you so much, Greyce.
Thank you.
This is how it goes down.
Greyce, I just had a session at Unity Radio Online. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, everything under Greyce Music, and that's Greyce Music. Thank you.
This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.